Hello. Today is Thursday, December 4th, 2025. And this is me, day 4, without a job. And I've been looking at, applications online. And currently there's nothing in my field of work close to me, close to where I live. So if I would try to get a job that's offered right now, I'd need to buy a car and an apartment. And because I don't know where I would get accepted, I would have to go live in a place for several months because they don't give permanent contracts. So I wouldn't be buying, I'd just be probably renting out a place, which doesn't really align with what I'm trying to accomplish. Work for a living, and then I have to pay expenses for where I live now and where I'm gonna be staying. And then from the expenses, I would essentially be losing like 40, maybe 50% of what I'm earning on my travel and living expenses. And therefore that would affect my essential qualifications, because if I would be working in a less qualified job, I'd be earning more money if I stayed at the place where I live now. So financially, it doesn't really add up, the mathematics, for moving, for receiving a salary, for getting hired, staying for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year. How much is it worth? How much money is it? What do I make? How much of a difference is it gonna make in my life? Is it just gonna be for bills, or am I gonna be able to buy myself something new to refresh my clothing, my tech, my quality of living in some way? So I'm working on it. I am doing the best that I can, and that's what's important. I've heard that MTV shut down, which is a shame. That Mr. Beast is going viral on every video, rescuing child slaves in Africa. He's doing a lot of projects this last year. And then I need to take care of myself, it's been a couple days since I shaved. I don't think I'm gonna need to shave today, but maybe tomorrow. And essentially, I'm gonna have to take a shower because I've been sleeping, and I like being fresh when I wake up. It's 11:20 a.m. right now. I did go to sleep a bit late last night, but it's not like I'm gonna. I had something scheduled for this morning. I had some calls in the morning, talk about some things and sort some things out. I've been trying to read prayers, for the unemployed, for getting a job, for, commercial success, industry success, for healthcare workers, for all kinds of workers, for the nation, the president, or I don't know what to do anymore. What do I think about? I can't think of anything creative. What can I do? What can I, change, accomplish? And I think my will has been pretty much beaten down a lot. And people don't understand that when you are depriving someone of, honest pay, you don't really help them. That they affect your motivation and the way that they're trying to live. People hate equality. People don't like that you're earning the same amount of money starting out, qualified. For example, as a doctor, I'm starting out with the same salary as someone who's worked in that same, office for 30 years. And I mean, that's a government problem and not my personal problem. So it's something to wrap your head around, but you gotta understand it. People are trying to, get hired, work for a living, trying to get qualified, trying to be somewhat successful in whatever they do, whether it's a hobby, a sport, a platform, reading books at the library, studying in a college, getting, qualified in this or that field of work. Some people make music and others try to make it in film and all kinds of, TV shows and write scripts and whatnot. And so I'm trying to work it out. But some days I just feel I don't have any strength anymore. And that's when I think that I need to take a shower, need to take care of my body. I need to, refresh myself, to feel fresh, to feel, clean. So that gives me, a perspective. hey, I'm ready for whatever. Even just sitting here right now, that's exactly the same. It's just when I take a shower, I do a change of clothing, and I feel like new. And like, it can be a work uniform, it can be a construction, it can be a white coat, it can be a surgical gown, it can be all kinds of things. It's just you're getting ready. A change of clothing can do a lot of things to affect our, expectations of what we're gonna do today. Like, any kind of work uniform can really, affect the mind, because we kind of look different, look at ourselves different. We feel ready, we feel more professional, we feel, prepared for the work at hand. Like, even a barber or, you know, a waiter, if you wear a suit as well, it's like kind of, it changes your perspective, it changes your attitude toward, the work at hand. So you might be dressing casually, but when you get any kind of, professional attire, you might just start liking doing the job that is in front of you. And so it's important to keep that in mind and, be dressed appropriately, because then you're going to have a more professional outlook on what you're doing. And that's a good thing. Because you're, trying to be the best you can be. Sometimes it's, not very easy to get into the core of things, but if you do a little effort, you can, imagine yourself being, successful in the things that you do. Like, from amateur to average to expert. We're trying to be the best that we can be. But some people, some days, you don't have, like, you don't have the will, the strength. Some people need vacations, or they need time off, which is fine. It's just, it does affect work, it does affect the work that you do personally, it does affect the work that you do with other people, and I don't know. So basically, this is the 4th day without a job, recorded by me, talking about it on this platform of YouTube. Honestly, I don't know how many days it's been, but I feel more confident by talking about this whole situation day per day. And eventually I'm gonna sort it. But if I don't post about it, if I don't talk about it, I feel like I'm not gonna be able to critically assess on how to solve this problem in my life. Whether I end up getting employed, starting a business, working part-time, full-time, 3-month contract, permanent contract, I'll see. But I think this helps me a lot to sort things out from where I am to where I want to be. And we'll, approach this day to day, day by day, and I'll solve this. I'll get out of this. I'll get out of this problem where I'm finding myself in right now. Because there's not been a problem in my life that I haven't solved till now. And if I die trying, it's still gonna be worth it. Because I did my best. And that's what's important. That's what's important. But there's not a problem in the world that cannot be solved by yourself, by myself, or in a group think tank that we can, try and think of ways how to get out of any single situation, however bad it is. You can get out of it. Some situations feel awfully depressing and like you can't get out of them, but you can, and you will. Just keep at it day per day. And this is my story, and thank you everyone participating in it. We'll sort something out. We'll think of something. We'll get out of this mess. We'll get a job. I think this concludes my video for today. I'll go take a shower now. I love to talk more, and I feel like talking more, but I'm getting a bit emotional. And that's not something that's gonna give me a lot of, inspiration to talk about something interesting. It's just gonna keep the video going a few more minutes, and I don't know how much that's gonna be productive. I think it's more useful for me to go and get a shower instead of, staying a couple more minutes. But when I get back, I'll be able to record videos all of the day, unless some kind of work comes my way, which would be the point of what I'm trying to do in this video, trying to think of ways out loud to get myself out of this situation. Thank you. Day 4 without a job. Thursday, December 4th, 2025.